those of you that don't know, Season of Bangla Drama started in 2003, and this is our 12th year. Oh my God, I had to think about that. 12th year of the festival. In 2003, this festival, we had only 4 plays, and we used to go and ask people, please give us a play, and then we used to host it in the Brady Centre, and we got audiences, and it was brilliant. But in 2014, we've got 22 shows across 1 month, across 5 venues, which I think is a credible achievement for the Bangladeshi community, for a Season of Bangla Drama, and all of our organisations.
It's not just about us reflecting amongst ourselves, but this festival is beginning to turn its face outwards on its own terms to a London audience, and that matters a lot to me as somebody who has been invited in.
I think I would say having the university on board has been particularly a space where my groups can come in and say things in a safe environment, unjudged, an experiment without the industry as such to kind of criticise their work. This is a safe environment to say, actually, let me try out this thing. Let me ask that question perhaps I may not ask. That's what I see the university as coming up with, the questions that you wouldn't dare to ask perhaps anywhere else.
The signature of performance at Queen Mary is that you get an idea and it might be the beginning of a show, or it might actually be a concept or something that's being contested about Bangla culture. What is Bangla was one big question last year, and that one of the ways of not answering the question but exploring the question or evidencing, that's the question, the word I use with students, is to stand it up. You actually perform it.
I would say one of the key things about this year's festival was the fact that we had children involved. It was an added bonus because we're talking about intergeneration, we're talking about second generation and third generation, particularly these young people, they're third generation Bangladeshis in the UK who will call themselves British more than Bangladeshi perhaps.
Yeah, but in terms of the audience and in terms of the future, and I'm sure I was looking at third generation children in the audience several times. I've got one image, but it stands for quite a few. We were watching Romeo and Juliet, the Mughal Ghetto Tigers, and I was looking at, there was a dad and a granddad and a boy in front of me. So there were 3 generations in front of me. And the boy would be 8 or 9, and he sat completely riveted.
A few thank yous. There is so many people to thank, but this year's Season of Bangla Drama, it couldn't happen without my groups and their stories and their submissions and their plays. We've involved about 200 artists within the festival, which is a huge number of people, and without them we don't have a Season of Bangla Drama. I'd like to thank the audience for taking the risk to come out. The fact that we've got a diverse programme to be able to ensure that people come is fantastic. Canary Wolf Group, thank you very much.
And the Arts Council they pushed the boat out because they were supporting the festival as one creative entity as a whole, and it spans what you would call non-professional right the way through to top professionals, but they supported it as a whole on a long-term basis.
What I'm thankful for is that we've been given an application and funding on our terms. That's the key thing.
Totally.
And the fact that it's on our terms means we can take that risk and do it our way. And if it's wrong, we can go back to the Arts Council and say, we've learnt from this, or actually this hasn't really worked. And so, yes, on our terms is a key, is a phrase that I actually really like.
Yeah, been a big term.
দেখি তত লাগে ভালো, দেহখানি তার চিকন তারু। যত দেখি তত লাগে ভালো, কাছে বসে যাইব কে, উত্তর দেয় সে চোখে। কাছে বসে যাইব কে, উত্তর দেয় সে চোখে। পিঠে মোর রাখে মাথা, গায়ে তার হাত বুলাই গো। দই চাই গো, দই চাই, দই চাই গো, দই চাই গো, দই চাই, দই চাই গো।